News special report. I'm Jerika Duncan in New York. The 39th president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, has died. He was 100 years old. Earlier this year, CBS News was there as the former president watched a military flyover in honor of his milestone birthday from his backyard in Plains, Georgia. While Mr. Carter served only one term, many people remember the former president for the things he did after he left the White House. Jimmy Carter transformed the role of ex-president and became a fierce defender of human rights. All the while, he maintained a strong commitment to faith, family, and his Southern roots. Nora O'Donnell looks back at the life and times of the man from Plains.
My name is Jimmy Carter, and I'm running for president.
He won the Democratic presidential nomination in 1976.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
And beat incumbent President Gerald Ford to become the nation's 39th president. James Earl Carter Jr. was born in 1924 in Plains, Georgia. He studied nuclear science at the U.S. Naval Academy, and while there, he fell in love with Rosalind Smith, also from Plains. They married in 1946 and raised 4 children. Jimmy and Rosalind were partners in the family business, which moved from peanuts to politics. Mr. Carter served 2 terms in the Georgia State Senate and in 1970 was elected governor. Perhaps his greatest achievement came in 1978, the historic peace treaty between Israel and Egypt, known as the Camp David Accords. But on November 4th, 1979, Iranian militants stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, taking 52 American hostages. A year later, with Americans still held hostage overseas and inflation soaring at home, Jimmy Carter lost his re-election bid in a landslide to Ronald Reagan. Carter went on to have greater success in his post-presidency. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002 and remained one of the most active former presidents in history. But early in 2015, Mr. Carter announced he had cancer that had spread to his liver and his brain.
All right, I see you wide awake.
Faith was a constant guiding force in the president's life. And during this time, he continued to teach his weekly Sunday school lesson.
I intend to keep on teaching here at Maranatha as long as I'm able.
Later that same year, he announced he was cancer-free. He talked about it with us in 2018.
I was prepared to go, but things turned out for the better.
In October, surrounded by family and friends, Mr. Carter had his 100th birthday party in the backyard of his home in Plains, Georgia. Absent from celebration was his beloved wife, Rosalind, who passed away at the age of 96 almost a year earlier. The pair were the longest married first couple in American history. Mr. Carter reflected on their life together in the CBS Mornings series, Note to Self.
One of your greatest sources of happiness will be your wife, Rosalind, and the growing family that will be coming. Stay close to all of them. Bring them together whenever possible, and provide them the same help and support that your own parents gave to you.